Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are my wonderful Leos doing today? How's everything going? Well, before we get started, you gotta practice your breathing, Leos. Inhale, exhale twice, and then shake it off. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I did it 3 times for you. I was feeling a little tension in the area. So let's see what's on your plate. Spirit, speak to us on behalf of our wonderful Leos. Share what is going on in their lives. Let us know. Please reveal. Help them to receive the answers to the questions they may have. Here we go. Yes. So how's everybody been doing? Lighten up. I feel some tension in the room. What's going on, Leos? What's on your mind? Who is messing with you? You better tell me. Let's see. I'm supposed to see who's messing with you. I know something happened recently. Ooh. There's some people competing with you. And now it's getting better because you got things worked out. But there was some huge tension going on. Could have been at work. Ooh. And that's in reverse. So you got things worked out finally, but it was really intense for a minute. Really intense. What is going on? So there were people could be at work. I know there was a lot of pulling and tugging, people competing with you, but you know something. As a Leo, as you stand, you already know there's always some type of friction, confrontation because of how you move. And you can say stuff to people without even cussing them out, but you cuss them out. You know what I mean? You can say things in such a way that it goes over people's head, but you just told them off. That's what you do. And you're looking for some type of change because opportunities are coming to you right now. And you're pondering your next move. You got the 2 of Wands too. You're optimistic. You're looking out. But every time I look at a Leo is always going through it with some people that are coming at you because you're a leader. Okay? You're the lion. So as a lion, you're going to deal with a lot of crap in the jungle. Okay? This jungle called life for you. And you're wanting this balance in your life. You give people things, they appreciate it at the time. But then it's like they forgot what you did for them and want to come at you the wrong way. And as a lion, when you've done things for people, and they don't appreciate it after, it's like they forgot. They got what they needed. They thank you at the moment. Excuse me. They thanked you at the moment, and then they take advantage of the whole situation. I had to drink some of that moringa tea. Oh, my throat was dry. I see that you got the temperance and everything in there. You're coming into harmony with self. You're seeking out that balance because people are pushing your buttons and you getting frustrated and fed up. And these people at work, it's like you always run into issues with people at work because they don't like the fact that you are in charge. They're always trying to compete with you because you make things look so easy. You're so natural at the way you do things. And people get frustrated, but you're very stern. And what's happening is that it's like you could joke and laugh with people. That's who you are. But then when it comes down to business and work and things like that, you need them to be on their A game. That's how you are. You're not playing when it comes to your job, when it comes to your career. and people have to move accordingly. You could be outside of work laughing and joking with them and stuff. You might even smile and joke with them a little bit at work. But when it comes down to you doing what needs to be done, that's where the separation has an issue, because people figure, oh, Leo is cool, we down, it's not always like that. You are about your money, you're about your paper, and you're about your respect. Respect is a big thing for you. And when these people come at you the wrong way, you put them in their place whether they like it or not. And you haven't done anything wrong. You just have a different perspective when it comes to certain things. We could hang, we could joke, but when it comes to me at work, you need to back off. Same thing with relationships. Don't test you. You have a lot of opportunities coming to you because people know your work ethic. They know what you're about. You're about your paper. You stand on business. You know what I mean, T.I. son, right? You stand on business. But you're also looking for better opportunities. And they're coming your way. And if your boss and them don't respect you as they should, or you're not seeing the potential for growth, that puts you at a standstill where you got to figure things out. Do I continue here or not? Because you're about elevation. You take on a lot of responsibilities because you have that type A personality too. You're a lion, you're a leader. And not everybody can deal with that because you come off strong. I don't know any weak Leo lions. That's not in your nature, that's not in your DNA. So people get intimidated by you a lot. And you playing it cool is like you don't really care. That's the truth. As a lion, as a leader, you know that everybody's not going to be on the same page with you. So as you're going through these different phases in your life for a complete elevation, there are people that's going to come at you like they got something on their mind they need to say. Because when you look at it, and this card came out for reverse, so you're competing with people. People are coming at you. People sizing you up. People saying stuff in undertones that sometimes you don't even respond to, but you got their number. You got that number. You know what's up. And if they keep coming at you the wrong way, they will be put in place. You'll write somebody up in a minute. If you delegate a duty to someone and they don't execute it the way they're supposed to, they will experience your wrath. And you make no apologies for it. This is who you are. This is what you do. Because it reflects on you if things aren't going right. And people have to understand that. So there was some confrontation. There was some back and forth. But then you shut it down. And if they have a problem, that's on them. You wrote them up, friend or no friend. Y'all are colleagues. You at work. If they're not going to do what you ask them to do, you have a problem. And that's what's been happening. It's been a pulling and tugging. And you're to the point right now where you don't care. So with it being in reverse, you help to delegate and set it up where there are consequences for their actions. If they don't do what needs to be done, who is it going to fall on, you or them? It's going to fall on them. Because you ain't not letting it fall on you. You're not going to do it. You will let them know that you're not going to get in trouble because they're lacking and falling short of their duties. If somebody's been calling in sick a lot at work and you constantly letting them know, listen, you coming in late, you calling off, I'm not dealing with that anymore. Because it does reflect on me, but the consequences are going to be for you. Because I'm going to write it down and write it up. I'm going to let you know that this can't continue. So you've had to call some people in and let them know that their lackings is causing weakness on your shift while you're working, on your duties. And it reflects on you, so therefore you're going to make it reflect on them because you're not going to take the blame for stuff they're not doing. And because they feel that y'all are close or you're a good boss and things like that, or you've hung out with them, that it's okay. It's not okay because you're not going to tolerate that. And that's where the separation and the boundaries come about. Certain things you have to nip in the bud. You want people to get along and like you at work, but you also about business. And if they can't separate the two, that's a problem for you. So as a leader, as someone that keeps rising through the ranks, you got to call it out for BS when it is. No matter who gets upset by the consequences, you're going to call them on their stuff. And that's a big deal. That's why even with the temperance and you seeking out that peace and tranquility, because you don't want the headache at work. You don't want them doing things that's going to reflect on you. Like your team is not about their business. So you're trying to stay at peace, not upset yourself, and go through the motions with these people. And it always seems like with you it falls back at work, because let's say that you were on the same level with everybody else. But because of your personality, because of the way you execute your work ethic, people, might make little underhanded comments. And certain things you don't care, you let it go. But when it comes to that issue where the respect is not given, you have issue with that, because that means you don't give a dang about me. That's how you look at it. You all don't care about me because you're putting me in a position where you're jeopardizing my position. And that I can't allow. You give, you give, you give. Six of Pentacles shows you that you're a giver. You give your time. If somebody needs help, you're there for them. You say no when you have to, but because of the fact of the position that you hold, there's a lot of people that you have to assist along the way. And sometimes you feel that people should have picked up on certain things already. It's because they're not applying themselves as they should. And you have to nip that in the bud, because how are you going to keep somebody employed on your team and they keep falling short, and you got to pick up the slack to keep the image and your position going well, faring well? And people don't get that. They get upset with you because you could switch it real quick. You could be their friend, but you could also be their boss. And being a friend and a boss, with you, it has its boundaries, because people always push the envelope and take advantage. So you let it be known. So now, look at the Five of Swords. Wow, look at that. You already had the issues that you had to nip in the bud with them, right? Because I'm seeing this, and you're career-minded right now. And with this, there's a pulling and tugging. So now, you had to probably call a meeting of some kind, and you got everybody together, and you let them know, hey, I respect you, and I expect the same in return. You all need to do and complete your assignments. Your tasks must be done. And try to get it done when it's assigned. Don't keep stretching it out and prolonging it, because you're slacking. And when you're nipping things in the bud, you're letting them know, we already had this conversation already. There was already a pulling and tugging. And now here we are back with the same thing. So everybody's walking away. They fed up. They frustrated. But they know that you are not playing games. You about it. You about it. You are about it. Okay? You practice what you preach. When we are at work, there needs to be a separation. It's not about games. It's about getting the job done. Because you don't want to have to come back to the same mess the next day. You like to know that you complete your assignments on time. That's the one thing that's a pet peeve of yours, is if people are sitting there twiddling their thumbs and not completing the task assigned. Because what kind of leader are you? What kind of, director, or what position you're holding where you're showing that you're the one in charge, supervisor, manager? They have to respect that and complete the assignments, because you're going to be called on the carpet for things that are not done. That means you're not leading your team in the right direction. So people can get upset if they want to. You give so much of yourself and you give so much of your time to help people. When they make up excuses, you try to assist them so that everything comes out right. But this is not going to be an ongoing practice for you. So you've made up your mind. You had that meeting. You let them know. Listen, this is how it is. This is how it goes down. It could be fun and tricks and everything after work. But while we're here, we're going to complete our assignments and do what needs to be done. You are a leader. You keep your jungle intact. If they want to act like they completely wild animals, they're not going to do it on your team. You will write somebody up in a minute. And they have to understand it. And then you have where you're indecisive with certain things. And that's because you're thinking things through. You feel restricted. You feel like they're not getting what you're saying all the time. And do you write this person up? Do you do this? Do you move to this next position? because opportunity's on the table for you. Do you feel that you could help this team that you're on right now, or do you want more where you could get more money? You have these opportunities. These options are becoming available to you. Sometimes you feel so frustrated. It's like, I've done all I can with these folks. You know, it seems like everybody wants to come at you from left and from right, at all angles. And you are asking yourself, is it worth it? And you have to make a decision. Do you just go ahead and elevate to the next level, or do you stay here to work things through so that the people could be on point, because you're needed? You have decisions to make. You're a star and you like to shine. There's new beginnings, new opportunities, growth potential. And sometimes you just feel you just want to start over. You want to start over somewhere else. But do know, because of the position you hold, because of the leader that you are, every jungle got its issues. Every jungle has its issues. And there's nothing anybody could do or say about it. You just have to work through it and figure out what is worth it to you. Do you stay and endure and build, or do you start with a new foundation? What are the pros? What are the cons? You're there. Do you stay with what you know, or grow to the next level? And there's no fear in you. You are aligned. You're going to tackle anything that comes your way. And anybody that's trying to mess with you, your career, or your future, better step back. Because a line will tear you to pieces. You are not the one to be messed with at all. Especially when it's about your career choices, your elevation in your life. And when you apply yourself in this manner, it's like you're letting people know, I got this jungle to run, and you're not going to mess it up. Either you fall in line or you get out of line. That's it. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No gray areas. You will write people up and you document everything. You don't just keep things in your head because you remember, so you got it there. But you also document to make sure that you cover your back, because you realize that some of these people will throw you under the bus so quick that your head will spin. So you're always 2 or 3 steps ahead of them. You document everything because you're a boss. You are a boss. And you know things could happen. But you got dates, you know the days, and you know what took place. And you could go back and make reference to it. They think you just willy-nilly and letting things go. Nope, nope, nope. People come at you the wrong way. And this is ever so often because you get back in good graces with them and they feel that they're cool and they could do whatever. They don't know a lion's memory, just like an elephant, ain't going nowhere. So you stop them in their tracks to give them a pre-warning so they know the next time it's serious. It's serious. So whether they upset with you, want to compete with you, the position is yours. You're the one in charge. And they have to respect accordingly. So what's going to happen here is that because of all these opportunities, all the thinking you've been doing with your growth and recognizing that you feel stuck where you are, you decided that you're going to go ahead and leave all that stuff behind. You leaving it all behind you because you know that there are people that would appreciate what you bring to the table. And you bring a whole lot to the table. So don't doubt yourself. Don't think that things are not going to work in your favor. Because I see you making moves. And you see here, even with the 6 of Swords, look at that. You see how rough the terrain is. You see the water hitting up against your little canoe, your boat. You see all these daggers and swords that have come at you. And you say, you know what? I'm tired. I think that you go to different places and you help build up the business as a leader. And then when you think they're on their feet strong enough to stabilize, you move on to higher levels. You've been doing this for the past few years. You help a business to grow. This is part of your career goals. And when you feel that it's reached the pinnacle, you go ahead and say, you know what? It's time to move on, because the water is smoother out here as you're growing than where you are. And when you've done all you could, you've trained someone to take over, you don't leave people empty-handed. You move forward from that point. You make up your mind that I've helped as much as I could help right now. You all can stand on your own. I've taught. I'm a leader. I've showed you the way. This part of the jungle is secure because you all know what to do, what steps to make, what consequences there are. And now it's time for me to move on and help somebody else, because you don't stay stuck. You don't stay stuck. You branch out. You roam the jungle. You try to find your niche. And you stay there until you're able to grow to the next level, because look at all the options that are coming to you. You don't stay stuck if you feel that you've reached as far as you could reach in this area, in this position, in this part of the jungle. So you got to stay true to you, keep calm, stay focused, and keep aiming high. You're a leader. You're a lion. And no matter who or what comes at you, you will set them straight and let them know, what's up? What's up? This is what's happening right now as you grow. So don't feel bad about situations. You have to be able to keep moving forward. You don't stay stuck. You don't stay stuck. We got to dive into your love life too. When things are changing, I just know that opportunities are coming to you right now. I see you flourishing. I see you growing. I see like positive greenery around you. I mean, you're a star. You shine. New beginnings, new opportunities. This growth chart is phenomenal. You wash yourself off. You step on solid ground, and you keep your foot getting the nourishments from the waters to refresh and be better than you were yesterday. Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired to rise, and that's what it's about. It's about rising, not being stuck in situations and circumstances. You keep learning and you keep growing until the time comes. Life is not perfect for anybody. There is no perfect life. It's you aligning life with the situations and the scenarios and going through the phases and learning as you go along, picking up nuggets along the way, being a better you. We learn from our mistakes. We work out issues so that we can make things better for ourselves and other people, and that's all you can do. You're a teacher. Keep learning, keep teaching, keep showing, and keep growing. Don't stay stuck. You got this. You got this. This thing called life, you got this. And you teach people how to treat you, how to respect you, and you stay strong. You don't, and what I like that you do, you don't put people down. You train them so that they're able to elevate, to be better at what they do. You always find that one person that you know could take the reins if you're not there. And that's what you've been doing. Garnetqueentarot, be inspired to rise. Be inspired to rise. And you got this. Take care. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for sharing your message with us. Let us grow. Take care. Talk soon.